worth the cost of taking a few days off of work, perhaps flying out here, maybe getting a rental car or an Airbnb? Yes. Yes, it is. It was wonderful. I grew in confidence and groundedness. For me personally, I grew in my confidence of doing equine assisted psychotherapy with my patients. I grew in my confidence as a therapist. I experienced more of my own healing. I experienced more of my own work, which allows me to then translate these natural lifemanship principles into everyday relationships, both at home and with my patients. And so as I grew in more confidence of what these principles look like in a more fluid manner, that will carry over into every relationship in my life. Athena taught me a little bit more about the subtlety of no, the subtlety of consent versus the subtlety of a firm yes. She's very subtle, and that nuance, I think, will really help my patients as I attune to them on a deeper level. Cash had something in his lip, and him and I worked on flushing that out with water with consent and using natural lifemanship principles. It took us over an hour, and that's because I accepted his no. He had a right to say no, and we had to make room for that and explore the why. And that was a pretty cool bonding experience, actually, for us. We bonded over it. You know, it's a pretty unique experience as a therapist to get to be that fly on the wall in therapy sessions that we always wish we could have. And in this particular setting, we're actually allowed to do that. That's really unique, and it's incredibly helpful. The patients are inviting you into a very sacred place where you get to witness very tender, vulnerable moments when they're in their therapy with their therapist. Like for me personally, as an observer, there was a vulnerability in that. It felt vulnerable to enter into someone's place, to enter into their heart, to enter into their healing where there was no relationship, and to be a learner and to be taught by them and to take in what they were offering. Just felt vulnerable all the way around. It was the expansiveness of how many options we have as therapists. There's no one right way to do therapy. And I think when you really get into like literally 18 and a half acres of space to learn, you also get into this space where you get to see another therapist and been like, oh, that was brilliant. I wouldn't have seen that. Or, oh, I would have gone this direction. Is there any reason you chose the direction you did that I missed? Or maybe you didn't see what there's just so much room. If you're thinking about doing it, I'd highly encourage you to do it. It's worth it.